What's going on, you guys? William in here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new video, and I hope everybody is having a wonderful day as always. Sorry about the wind. Again, I'm filming and it's windy again as always for some reason, and you might have some background noise because my neighbor's doing the yard, so you might have some background noise. But today we're bringing a install video. So if you guys haven't seen our previous videos, this is my 2025 Toyota Tundra Limited 4x4 iForce Max, and today we will be installing these TRD Pro fender flares. They even have the marker lights on them. I also got them from Rave Off-road, and they are genuine OEM parts, I guess from Toyota, so they are genuine parts. So we're going to be installing those today. They stick out more than stock, right about 1.5 inch, which would help for wider tires, even though I don't have my aftermarket tires on there yet. But we'll go ahead and install them since I already have them here. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get to installing them. If you are new, please like, comment, subscribe to our post notification, don't forget to share as well, and I'd really appreciate you guys if you did that for me. Welcome to all you new subscribers and old return subscribers as well. And let's go ahead, throw on some more parts in this Tundra. We already did the last fit mats, and now next thing is these TRD Pro fender flares. So one thing at a time, and this thing's gonna turn out looking good, hopefully. So let's go ahead, kick to the video, go ahead and remove these ones, and I'll walk you guys along. I did a couple research on how to wire stuff, and it's a little I guess confusing. Some people saying this, some people saying that, how the wires don't go into the fuse box, or they go into the fuse box, but then there's no access. So then that means your lid would go over your wire, which you don't want that. So in the future, I am planning to install a aux beam switch panel. So then I'll go in that video, I'll show you guys how to get the wires through, which is I'm probably gonna be drilling a hole through the fuse box most likely. But I'm not going to do that today. Today I'm just going to lightly put the lid over just to hold it down for now. And so we can go ahead and just get these TRD Pro fender flares installed. So let's get to it. So you're going to want to get a size 10 socket. I don't have power tools at the moment, so we're going to do manual. So there would be 10 bolts right here. One starting from here all the way under. You want to go under these fender flare, all the way under, all the way until you get to this side. I am filming by myself, so it is a little tricky. So I'm gonna try to explain to you guys. Hopefully you guys will understand without me exactly showing you. So let's do that. All right, so after you get those 10 bolts removed, we'll go ahead and pull out the fender flare. There's one. All right, so next thing you're gonna wanna do is grab the wire. I got this from Rave Off-road, like I said, so it comes with plug and play. So these are the wires. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood, set you guys up. All right, guys, I got the hood open. So you're gonna have a fuse connector, which I'm not holding. So this is the plug that would go to that plug to the fuse connector, and there's the wire. So there's one plug. Well, there's two plugs like this, and one is shorter than the other. So the shorter one, you want to run it on the passenger side, and the longer one, you want to run it over to the driver's side. So let's go ahead and run down the wheel well. All right, and after you get down the wheel well, right, here's the wire right here. You're gonna want to go through, just pull back your fender liner, pull it through this pre-existing hole already, right here. Then grab your TRD Pro fender flare, make sure it's labeled front right, right here, front right. It's pretty self-explanatory. Here's the light. Can't tell if you guys see, but it has a TRD logo. Next thing you want to do, go ahead, plug it into, there's a plug by the light, plug it into that. Make sure you hear that click. Ready? Make sure you hear that click. There we go. Once you hear that click, slowly feed it back in. I would probably start from the front. Then click it in, line it all up, start from the front. I recommend making your way to the back. Click it in, click, click. Then throw on your screws. Basically do the backwards processing. But let's do a little comparison. So there's the driver's side, the stock. The fender flare pretty much flushes with the truck. Meanwhile, the one we just installed gives a nice little poke. Right, I'd say probably 1.5 inch. Once I get the bigger tires in, it'll look better. But right now, it's stock tires on there. But man, it really is cool looking. I do like the camo finish on it, like the TRD Pro. So next thing I'm gonna do here is grab this fuse line, and I'm gonna plug it right into here, that slot. So I've got it plugged into that slot. Now you're gonna want to plug this end into this end right here, and then after that, I'm gonna ground this ground right there. All right, guys, daylight is going down fast, so I'm gonna zip tie that to there. So I ran the wire up through here, out of the fuse box, from the other fuse. I ran it all along that little tiny gap right there, all along there, all the way to this side. Like you see the wire on here going down to that fender flare. But as you see the wire, I ran it all through that little gap hole right there. Little gap all the way through to the other side. So that's how I did my wire and hit it and all tucked in nice. All right, guys, getting so dark for a second, but back here we're gonna do the same thing. Unscrew the fender flare. This time there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there's 5. There's only five screws you have to take out from the rear fender flare. And then same thing. Pop, pop, boom. Easy as that. All right, guys. So I'm back here on the tailgate open with the tailgate open as usual. We're on the left driver's side taillight. You're gonna want to unscrew this bolt and that one down there. This one right here. So do 2 of those. Hope you guys still see me well. It is dark and I'm getting really hungry. So next thing you want to do is hold the taillight. All I do is want to pull it out. There you go. Then unplug this wire. There's 1 wire coming in. Unplug that. Then you want to get your 3-end connector. This connector, this big connector right here. This big connector right here going to your taillight. Make sure here click. Boom. Then your next connector, your next big one, plug into your pre-existing taillight. Plug. I know, I'm sorry guys, it's a little hard to see, but I'm trying here. Plug it in. Make sure it clicks. Alright, so after you get those plugged in, go ahead, pop your taillight back in. It should fit. And then go ahead and grab your other fender flare and toss it on here. Or actually, wire this down first. Alright guys, a little tricky, but I had to sit down right here, feed the wire through from behind the mud flap right there. Feed it through, come out this hole. So now we're going to get our fender flare, plug this end in, pop it on, screw it, everything down. All right, you guys, it's nighttime. That took a lot longer than expected, but because I had to find a way to route all the wires and things, but I got it done. I haven't zip tied everything down. I want to let you guys see what it looks like, and then I'll show you guys what I did for the wiring and all that good stuff underneath the truck. We got the taillight back in, and now that fender flare is lit up along with this fender flare as well. We're laying out of the truck. So this wire here, so the fender flare, I still have to zip tie all this. This wire is leading up right there. That's a plug, and that plug continues to go up to the taillight. Then this wire running to other fender flare, I ran it on top of this rail here, over the spare tire, and I continued on this side over the tire, over here, and then out into that fender flare right there. But you guys, overall, I wouldn't say that was too bad of install. It was just time consuming. I showed you guys in the front running all the wires down. I just showed you guys the bottom of the truck, how I ran the wires. I just need to zip tie everything down. Like I said, the rear here, let me clarify again. So pop that taillight out, 2 10mm bolts, pop that taillight out. There's a 1 big plug goes into the taillight, pre-existing plug. Then the pre-existing plug that went into the taillight, plug into your other plug. And then your smallest plug, the black plug, run it down, and then you will have the other wire with 3 ends connected. The 2 ends going to each fender flare, and then 1 end that plugs into the one running from this taillight going down. So you plug those 2, one goes out that way to the driver's side fender flare, and then the other wire I ran, like I said, on top of that rail, like around that tube rail, on top of the spare tire to the passenger rear fender flare. I hope this video gave you guys an idea if you want to install TRD Pro fender flares for your Tundra yourself. Like I said, I got this TRD Pro fender flare kit from Rave Off-road. Came with all the wiring, plug and play. Pulled all the fenders off, put the new ones on, plugged it all in. So pretty easy install. Another thing is the rear fender flares, the red lights in the back that you plug in, they only turn on when these taillights are turned on. So basically at night. So when these taillights are on, those fender flare lights turn on. In the front, since plugged into the fuse box when your ignition's on, then your fender flares are on, but they turn off when your ignition's off. So so they'll run even without your headlights. So if you want to tap into your headlights, then you can tap into your headlights, which I wanted to do, but I just went ahead and plugged into the fuse instead, and maybe in the future I'll change it. But for now, that's how I did it. So I just wanted to clarify that. So without further ado, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day. As always, please drop a like in this video, subscribe if you're new, drop a comment if you have a question for me, and I'll see if I can answer that. Give a share if you guys don't mind. I appreciate you guys. Like I said again, new subscribers, old subscribers. I appreciate all of you watching the video. And without further ado, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.